Hello everyone, this is Pomom, bringing you part 20 of my Tokyo Mirage Sessions Let's Play. I'm not playing, just commentating, because as I mentioned in the previous one, my recording got fucked up. Without further ado, we're going to go into the boss battle, which is just where we left it. And immediately, yeah. And that's definitely an axe. That's definitely an axe. So we can expect Barry to be possessed by some axe using Mirage, right? But I can't really take him seriously when he's saying, "Oh yeah." A lot of negative energy coming from him. But that doesn't exactly look like a typical axe user. I was more expecting a berserker or something like that. But that looks like a knight. At this time, due to the placement in the story, you know, first it was a Bersa, then Gangrel, I thought potentially that could be Cervantes, but you will soon see I actually was wrong. Here's Mamori. He's not willing to stay just back at the office. Be going back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's noble of her. I still find it weird that she was able to reach this point by... why is he playing the guitar with that monster? Hmm. I have to say, it would be easier to take this scene seriously. Barry wasn't in the back saying, oh, it's Barry going to get affected by the power of love and friendship. Yeah, that was quick, but I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from a former Mirage Master. But like, leave only the axe in your hand, so that's confirmation. Withstand, withstand, withstand! So here you sing. Yeah, so that confirms it's an axe, but who could it be? Regaining consciousness. Scott's got his fighting off the Mirage's control with sheer force of willpower. Yeah, definitely experience showing there. We can give him one last push, he might be able to break out of the Mirage's grasp. Not like we've done that ever before, right, Chrome? Mamori, you need to sing. I mean, if I look at it in that sense, you could even see it as Barry kind of tipping us off to as to what he needs to be liberated. A very traditional sounding song, I have to say. And she did want to go into this kind of, you know, it was like a Japanese old theater kind of song, but I got surprised by how classical it sounded. Creepy auras starting to fade away.
Mamori no uta ga Mirage no chikara ni uchikatteるのよ。驚いたわ。
No idea she had this much power within her.
Mamori, これがお前の歌、お前の心、お前の心、届いたぜ。俺のハートは
With a fiery 8-bit measure. Serious, let not your feelings sway you. Deny your heart. Deny, deny, deny. Okay, so I guess if the previous ones were about envy and kind of being cynical, taking advantage of others, you know, I die alone as every man lives and dies alone, then this is about, you know, stoicism. Not asking for help, just doing everything yourself, keeping things to yourself. That's what the metal's about. And anywhere near metal right now. Then you can control Barry, goddamn good man. And he barely needs our helping here, but let's take the win as if we did anything anyway. Yeah, Barry basically did all the job once Mamori sank. The Mirage is prepared. Right, everyone, let's do this. Oh, this theme. Love this theme. New boss theme, incredibly good. Incredibly good. This is Cursed Draug. To everyone's surprise. The Cursed, you know, saying he's cursed, he's not just Draug. It's like, okay, it's not a bad one, but a good character that has been possessed. Draug, in case you don't know, is the character in FE1 with all the meme of, you know, also called Doga. Doga will choke this point. That's the whole meme. And so I directly decided to go against the cleric because there's only one of her, so that probably means she's dangerous in a particular way, and she actually really was, but you will have to wait a little bit to find how. Now there are some red mages, because there's more than one. I think Mabufu is helpful in here and we can start hurting the boss, and the sessions go into them. Okay, yeah, they have Theo and Mirage, so... Oh, and we survived. We survived that. Okay, so Matthew 2, no weakness to electricity. That's a shame. And we have also Debut Smite. Now that everyone is weakened, as you know, I love this special performance. I think it's pretty broken. So let's get it. Now, defense, hit and evade has been increased. That should help with our survivability. A bit more of Mabufu. One of the mages is almost done. But the dangerous part is Draug uses one of his turns always to use Bodyguard. Now, Bodyguard might look like... you might be thinking, what the hell is Bodyguard? But actually the generic knights in this dungeon use Bodyguard, so I already knew what it does. Bodyguard allows you to guard any single target attack and take it yourself. So what this guy has done is basically negate single target attacks. It doesn't matter because we have all our multiple attacks here. Oh, mad dash. Special attack. Okay, yeah, 456. continues to attack with Makarakarn, not Bodyguard. Makarakarn repels magic. And there's the Cleric back again. So this is a bit of a race against time, isn't it? Thankfully we now have Recarn, so we don't have to keep wasting fresh spicy curries and stuff. And actually against Makarakarn there's a simple solution. Itsuki is right now immune to electricity. Yeah, we could target him, but it's probably not the best idea because the wind, blizzard and fire are going to be reflected to the users. However, because Itsuki is not affected by electricity, if I use electricity, then the attack, when it's repelled, is going to do nothing to him. So we can break through the Makarakarn just by using Mathio. Here I only realized I could use Thionga, because I thought using it on one breaks it for everyone. I don't know exactly why. My knowing what Makarakarn does in the first place is probably a bit weird. And yeah, but it's because I've played TMS, not TMS, Shin Megami Tensei before. And yeah, that's the realization that, oh no, the Cleric heals. The Cleric heals, so this is an actual race against time. Okay, more bodyguards, ready as shielding stance and another Red Mage. Yes, at this point I'm starting to get a bit overwhelmed by the enemies. I haven't used most of my special performances, but yeah, the race against time is really being felt, and without killing the Cleric, this is very hard to do. Especially because, yeah, Diorama, oh, now the Pegasus is back to half health. So after a while, I got an unlucky turn where all the enemies attacked after me. There was this session and then a mad dash coming for Itsuki that he just couldn't stand. And Tetrakarn, which repels any physical attack. Pegasus back almost to full. And even though I used Recarn, I didn't realize that for some reason Draug was able to act immediately after me. So, yeah. Let's just say I wasn't in the best situation. I more or less thought at this point that the battle was lost. I brought out Toma instead of Kiria to be able to tank a little bit more, but yeah. Even if I dodge the power chop, this Maragi finally killed Toma and I got a game over. So nothing on the first try, but it definitely looked more feasible than other boss battles in this game. So I just had to do some different preparations. First of all, my artist, but my casting. My casting, because he repels single target attacks, I should bring all of my single target attackers at the very start so that they can put out all the damage that they are able, and then I can swap in my other characters. So I decided to completely change the lineup and bring Toma and Ellie. Since a dangerous presence beyond the bridge, yeah, let's go into it. Okay, let's see how it goes with this. First of all, almost 3 SP, I think, with a dangerous flying enemy in here, using Final Hour from the get-go is a good idea. Yes. Final Hour, pretty great attack, pretty great. Especially the skill percent chance of doing near fatal, which I think is that. Because doing near fatal in this game is like doing fatal, because you are going to get a session anyway. Then with a Flame Strike I can target the cleric's weakness and follow with all these attacks, and that leaves the cleric to be killed by a Fatal Sword right now. It's true that I could target the other characters, but yeah, because next is Draug, probably doing something like that, and I did manage to do the sessions on others. Yeah, sessions hard on Toma, Ellie is also weak to access, let's not forget, so yeah, there goes Toma. But Ellie has already done her job, so I can immediately switch Tsubasa in, so that I don't have to use any item. I will just recurrent Toma. And we'll take care of the rest of the enemies. Now when Toma's turn comes, yeah, better than attacking, just use a Rakokaya. When Toma's turn comes, I want to switch Kyria in. But the problem is, they just wouldn't let Toma survive. And if Toma's turn can't come, then how are you supposed to do anything? Yeah, and the view smile is good, but it doesn't revive people, so I can't use the view smile, and I really didn't want to, because what the view smile does is also boosting a character's defense, so I'd like to use it on Kyria, so that Kyria has better survivability, potentially dodging an enemy attack. So what I did was reviving and then using a heal on everyone else. I used the Macalif, a bit conservative, not the Beat Chain, because I don't need to recover all health. And yeah. Matthew Mar again, what does Draug do? A Mad Dash? Yeah, on Toma. But now look at this. Toma survives with his personal one, and his launch off the stage and Kyria comes. This is a weird effect on Mad Dash. I think it's not supposed to do that. Like, leaving you at 1 HP is part of Toma's set. You know what I mean? Toma is alive in the back because of Endless Act. But what happened here was like a combination of skills working together that actually benefited me. Like bringing Kyria in, sorry Draug, but it's actually something I wanted to happen. Now I can't attack right now because you have the repel effect on, so let's just debut smile on normal characters. The healing, the boosting, just a perfect situation to do this overall. It's true that there's the flyer back, and that I heavily dislike. And again, I didn't realize the potential of using Matthew and disabling Macracarn on everyone, so I got this Mabu for repel by most characters, basically all of them but Draug and the flyer. But what did he say? But it was enough health to survive. This was my last possible use of the view smile, so I decided to be again a little bit conservative, use media, and actually Power Chop doesn't do a lot to Itsuki, so Itsuki was in a good situation. It's true he didn't have any session, but oh no, there's the third mage. It seems like the race against time is in full potential again. We just can't afford to give up again. We have to keep trying. And even more if we keep getting these convenient dodges against Lance enemies. One of the red mages is about to die, so even if one came, it's not that bad. Yeah. Now, do I heal or do I attack? Because if I attack, I might kill the red mage, so... Oh yeah, in the end I didn't. Mad Dash comes, I was going to be able to kill Tsubasa or Kiria anyway, but in the end he missed the Mad Dash. Pretty sad. And Tetrakarn, repelling physical attacks, which I'm not using, so... I mean, do your worst. I guess I could want to use Armor Slayer, because of course he can protect everyone else, but you could also focus on Draug. And maybe it's what I should have been doing in this battle. Anyway, I decided to attack to help Kiria secure the kill against the Red Mage. And here comes the skewer. Not sessioning, so that's good enough. Math and effective on you. And Matthew survived thanks to Endless Song. Almost as if it was calculated. But yeah, with this HP, the last debut smile available is in order. And I think I'm pretty close to getting the... back to... yeah. Almost about to get another special performance, so it's not a problem. So yeah, same tactics. Because the thing about physical attacks is that about Tetrakarn and Macrakarn is that they also wear off after 3 turns, I think. So I just continue the spamming magic and dodging the attacks that potentially could have killed me. Oh, Kiria taking that much better than I thought. I guess Draug's attack is not that high, honestly. Mabufu, almost killing. Matthew, dodged by Kiria, really helpful. And now I get a full turn for all my units, which means I can probably... yeah, no, it's better if I heal. I considered going into the offensive there, but it's better if I heal. A full turn for me means I can kill the mages for sure. And we have to remember this is a battle against the clock. And this is really helpful. The labyrinth. Aside from, you know, making my attacks stronger, this can also confuse. And that's exactly what happened with the Pegasus. He got confused. The Bloodwind Knight couldn't move. Here comes the Power Chop. And the Bodyguard, of course. We have to keep with long range. And another Raid Mage is in here. Annoying as hell. But yeah. I decided I could try and see if Bodyguard work exactly as I thought, and yeah, it definitely does. Like, I wasn't going to do anything. But can an special performance ignore Bodyguard? So I decided to use Empty Wave in here, and to my surprise, because I kind of expected the special performances to ignore certain things, it didn't. He got targeted by the attacks and the sessions. I know the sessions can ignore the effect, but yeah, overall pretty surprising. So yeah, going for Mabufus and just long ranges was all I could do. If I got a session on the Pegasus there, I could have killed probably. Mad Dash on Kiria, yeah, 507. Mad Dash, pretty strong. Maybe it has a secondary effect I'm not aware of, because the damage seems quite crazy to me. Or maybe I just ran out of defense boosting. But anyway, I have Recon now, so I don't fear my units going KO as much as I did before. At this point, you have to question, what do I do? Do I keep supporting or do I try and rush the ending? Because Draug is already, you know, hanging his arms like almost defeated. Because this is a race against time, a battle of endurance, the type of battle you would expect. I was trying to keep going for the endurance, but then the healer appeared. So yeah, I decided here. This was completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. I do have to heal with Tsubasa, of course. Like, Tsubasa is my support unit of choosing here, but the rest of units are going to go completely into the offensive against Draw, because that's just all we should do. And with this session, we got him. And I got confirmation on something I was doubting, which is, if you kill the boss, you don't need to kill his minions. The battle is over. So Draw wasn't able to choke the point against us. And victory pose for Itsuki. Really deserved, because he dodged anything. And in the rewards, what is that I see there? Apart from the Unbreakable Will and 4-star prestige, a Master Seal. I wonder. A Master Seal. Now that could be interesting. A level 4 Itsuki, a level 4 Kiria, a level and a stage rank up for Tsubasa. Tsubasa's inspiration has taken form into a new performance, so no side story yet. A new skill, Tarunda, lowers enemies' offense. Yeah, as I said, not your role to be a supporting unit, so I'm going to pass on it. Yes. And Tsubasa getting Sword Wind +1. Yes. And Assault Dive, which wouldn't have been very useful, but yeah, it's just a boost upon a second skill and mid-level skill, and the same happened with Flame Strike. We are starting to get boosts in here. A sneak peek, always useful, always useful. And yeah. That look. That look. Bum, 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 bum. I do wonder if you could unlock these clothes for Barry, but at the same time, Barry is not playable in a traditional way, so what would be the point of unlocking clothes for him? Yeah, really help. I mean, yeah, without you, this would have probably been worse. Wonderful! Oh. But Draw isn't done. Spirit is indomitable. It's an knife through and through. I mean, you would know. You would know because you are both from the same game. His name's Draw, and he used to fight by my side as my partner. Mamori, will you save him? Will you become Draw's master? Now, this is a twist I wasn't expecting. Of course, I got really surprised at the moment. Of course, it does fit with everything I wanted. I did say I felt like we needed an axe and a bow user. Draw being the axe user, I guess, like generals do use axes. I don't know if knights use axes in FE1. I haven't played FE1 actually. I've played like 2 chapters of it. And also, aside from the axes, it also gives her like she becomes an armored unit, which is something we are lacking because we have a flyer, a cavalier, now we would have an armor. So that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Mori, I'm glowing. Yeah, I think she's the first one we see get her Mirage after Itsuki and Tsubasa themselves. But yeah, I'm excited at the prospect of Mamori and getting finally a unit that isn't weak to access. Because all my team except for Itsuki and Kiria was weak to access. Now if there's a strong axe user, I know I can deploy a full group of units that resist him. Mamori's performance such a warm light. Oh, you don't have the... I think I just realized you now don't have the paint across your eyes, the black and red paint that you had when you were possessed. Instead of getting those weird purple marks in your face, you just get paint. So you're okay with it? Mamori's loaded with this much performance. She'll be dragged into this fight whether she likes it or not. And that's sound of you. If Drow's the one sticking by her, that'd be enough for me to rest easy. Okay. Doga. Yeah. Why Doga? It's Doga in Japanese and it's Drow in English. Why? Because in every possible language, Drow's game is translated as the word Garth inverted. So yeah, Drow, Garth, and in Japanese is Doga, which is Gado, Garth. Drow's a pretty decent guy, I'm sure you two are gonna get along just fine. I think this is the first time we see an occurrence of Mirages being possessed. Well, I guess all Mirages that we fight have this same, like, purple and black chains going around them, like that diamond shape chains. And we somehow know what to do in here. Take her performa. We will just put it into Drow. And the chains are broken, and I have to say, first impression on Drow, and I still maintain it, he looks pretty generic. He looks pretty generic, like he looks not that different from generic knights. This is going to be Mamori's Carnage form. Very cool, very cool. I love it. This is also when I realized I had actually seen Mamori before in Heroes. The characters that went into a banner in Heroes were Mamori, Kiri, and Itsuki, I think, but I didn't realize who Mamori was because with this clothing, as you can probably understand, it's very difficult to recognize her. Like, you can barely see the braids, and even the bow is pretty much covered. And yeah, oh, and the axe being banished. No joke, immediately from the get-go, one of my favorite designs in this game. Very over the top, even with the junctures in the, in her elbows being so exaggerated, but I love it. Oh. You to look after Mamori. Now, alright. So you are my new master. There are also a character that, yeah, even if I said his design looked generic to me, personality compelled me from the very start. Even when we were fighting him, I was thinking, oh, they did a really cool thing with drawing here. But I like how, he's very polite, very respectful. Tell her elder, it matters not, it is my honor to make your acquaintance. Mamori Minamoto, my little master. Yeah, very polite. I like this kind of vibe. Yeah. Again, Mamori and Ellie, for some reason I expected to have exactly the opposite. Because when I saw Mamori, it was just early into the game more or less, and I thought, you're going to be wielding a good Mirage from the start, aren't you? And I thought Ellie would be like the one learning from us, but it was the opposite. Memories after my separation with Barry are mired in haze. So potentially Chrome, I didn't think about this until now, but potentially Chrome and Shida could have previous masters whose memories they lost. They lost him to Mirage too. Drops back to his old self, and soon enough the station's gonna be fine too. I mean, you don't remember Barry, so I guess if Chrome and Tsubasa have previous masters, they would remember them, maybe. And yeah, that's done. Oh. You. I don't trust you. At the point I am in the game, I still have no confirmation whether you are good or bad or something in between, but yeah. Investigating the anomaly, let's not be stupid. We were supporting Mamori, that's it. Who's going to be there? I get the feeling that isn't the whole truth. Maybe, like, supposedly he can't see the entrance to the Idola Sphere. And you can't fool me that easily, Tsuki. That sounds even menacing. But I don't know. I've gotten so many things wrong. Like, my suppositions have been so off the mark in this game that I just don't. But I'm going to keep theorizing, and I'm going to say that this guy is, you know, second to last boss material. He looks like that kind of guy, you know, the sneaky advisor type guy, like, I don't know. Let me think of an example, like Yago. He reminds me of Yago in Fate. So I was about to leave, I noticed some commotion in the studio. He can't be Yago because Fate isn't included in here. Must be something to do with the incident before. There's clearly nothing out of the ordinary. I guess we took care of that very quickly. Maybe time just works differently in an Idola Sphere, but... Cold out. Yeah, I don't know. You're definitely important. Like, you keep coming into the story. You have a distinctive design. I wasn't involved in that at all. I don't see if you can hardly blame me for wanting to know the truth. Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You have to matter. So how do you matter? I guess that's the question. Too much work to take care of. I wouldn't put myself in harm's way. Alright. That sounds honest. That's the thing, he sounds honest at times. Something did catch my attention. Perhaps you all might be able to use this information. Daiba TV had a corporate reorganization with a new president. New president Mahiro Tsurumi. Mahiro Tsurumi. And made his background public either. Yeah. Honestly, why are you telling us about it? I think he's just trying to put us in a false track, you know? For us in the business to know who's running these stations. Yeah, you're just trying to distract us. I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Hatanaka. I don't trust you. And yeah, isn't Daiba TV, oh, how convenient. Where Horinosawa started acting strange. But then what was Daibo about? Daito, sorry. If we just had a problem with in Daito, so it being only Daiba, it makes no sense. Know what I mean? And the ending of the chapter doesn't come immediately. That's because we have to return to Fortuna office to see how Barry is. Oh, an Ellie in the back. Dandelion in love. He definitely recovered faster. For example, the guy in the prologue said he had like, oh, my memories are disturbed or something, but Barry is very much okay. No prob, no prob. Yeah. But that's true. Alright, stupid to just run in there when you are not a master. That's what Mamori did, and you are not saying anything. A bit too hard. Barry just apologize. I heard Mamori's song, my heart started pounding. And here she comes. The physics. The physics. Serenades almost. Because Serenades, the program where Mamori was going to sing originally. I called her back to a regular show, not a live show this time, but still an accomplishment for her. Miss Shimastaki, you must have seen her potential. I wouldn't expect anything less. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Singing gigs, which is exactly what Mamori wanted. About to start. Raindrop Memories, composed by Natsumi. Who the hell is Natsumi? To this day, I don't know. Maybe we will meet her later, who knows? Maybe it's the actual composer. That's an even more traditional getup. I have to say I'm really a big fan of this type of this is for a song. She sings really well, like she has a really great voice. Yeah, I haven't checked her voice actress yet. Probably should. Yeah, please let me have this outfit because I like the hair much more that way. I'm not a big fan of braids. I think they are intentionally used in certain age characters to make them look more childish. But yeah, that's going to do it for this part. Finish chapter 3. Next is the intermission. As always, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.